Hi, this is the Change and Grow Wellness show for you, the busy professional who wants to live a healthier, happier life with increased energy and productivity. I'm Jackie Grant. I'm your host. I'm your healthy lifestyle advocate, granting you health and fitness. But also, this program is powered by the amazing men and women of Positive Program. Now, today we're talking about essential oils and food, more likely chocolate. And so today we've got Mel Newman. Mel is director of Nirvana Chocolat and a wellness advocate at Doterra oils. And Melinda loves essential oils and uses them both in the home and in her chocolates. So welcome, Mel.
Hi, lovely to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
That's great, Mel. It's great to have you here because I'm so excited about talking about chocolates.
What's not to like about chocolate?
Exactly. Hey? What is not to like about chocolate? Totally. So, Mel, tell us in 5 sentences or less all about you. Can you do that?
I'll try. So, hi, I'm Mel from Nirvana Chocolat by Melinda, Leigh, and also I'm a Doterra wellness advocate. So I combine both and use the essential oils in the chocolate.
So is Melinda Leigh your maiden name?
No, Melinda is my full name and then Leigh is my middle name.
Ah, okay.
It just rang as a business name, it just rang, and I shorten it to Nirvana Chocolat quite a lot.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, I was just wondering that piece. I've got that piece when I was reading your website. So, Melinda, tell us why you started to use essential oils.
I've been using essential oils, different brands on and off for about 20 years, maybe just over 20 years now. But obviously, as I started to discover doTERRA, I realised the potency of those oils and how much they stood above the rest on the market. And so therefore, it was just when I wanted to start using them in the oils, to use them in the chocolates, it was just the best option for me because I don't need to use that much and I get the full flavour hit of the mint or the lime or the lemon.
Brilliant. And tell us about, like, you started to use them in your chocolates, yeah? But like why did you use them over something else that you were already using?
It purely was a time thing. So obviously when you're using mint, you have to have access to good quality mint leaves. And then obviously you've got to prepare them yourself, all of which takes time. And sometimes to draw out that oil, you have to distill it overnight yourself in order to get that real nice minty hit that you want or that I was looking for. So I turned to the oils because a friend introduced me to the particular brand. And I literally only need 6 drops in 600 grams of chocolate. So for me, it was a brilliant idea to combine the oils with the chocolate, save me time on distilling, the leaves themselves, and actually get the goodness from a therapeutic grade oil in the chocolate as well.
So it takes a long time to get the mint the oil out of the mint. So how much time are you saving now?
Pretty much I would do, I'd have to get them, so I'd have to pick them, and if I had quite a lot, obviously then I'd need to keep buying mint plants or build grow them myself in the garden, and obviously make sure that I'd looked after them properly so they were good grade. So obviously it's about picking the leaves and then obviously bringing them in, cleaning them, washing them. That all that doesn't sound like it takes an awful lot of time, but it's a lot of time out of your day if you then have to to of them, leave them overnight, and then obviously strain them the next day as well, so you're getting every bit of oil out of that leaf, and it just takes time. So whilst you're not actually doing anything when they're sitting there overnight, you've still got to get a muslin cloth and squeeze it all out the next day, and you're not really that's an awful lot of leaves needed to get the potency that I'm getting from the actual oil from doTERRA. I think they say it's in the bottles of oil that we've got, it's about 28 cups of tea or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. And some people kind of either fearful or they don't see that you can use oils in in food. So tell us a little bit about that.
I think it depends. Obviously, in the UK, we are used to having peppermint in our toothpastes, in our tea, but we don't necessarily always associate that with coming from a plant. But actually, it is. You know, if you have a look at your tea bag in your peppermint tea, it is the leaves of peppermint that you've got. But I never find a peppermint tea a big enough peppermint hit for me.
Yeah, I know,
So
I know what you mean.
Exactly. So I will use the peppermint oil, but again, only the Doterra brand in my tea, because I know it's not been adulterated. It is literally straight from the plant, washed, clean, distilled, and popped into the little bottles. And that's just brilliant. That is therapeutic grade, and it's it's unadulterated, so you know you are getting a pure quality oil. For those that are fearful of using essential oils, I would suggest that they use doTERRA. They research the oil and they use a minimum amount as possible. So if they've never used essential oils before for ingesting it and cooking with them, start with 1 drop first and see how your body reacts to it, because again, it's like medicines, everybody reacts differently. So just take 1 drop at a time and then increase, but don't increase too much. I mean, they do say up to 20 drops in a day, but if you do find you have a reaction, drink lots of water to help dilute it in your body.
Brilliant. Yes, because and the fact that it's so good is, like, even though it may be a bit more expensive than ones that you find in the high street, you just wouldn't bother with them. But like, it's you actually use less of it, don't you?
Yes, yeah, you do. I mean, this 1 bottle here, this is a 15ml bottle of peppermint, and that has got about 280 drops in it. So when you work out how much it costs, obviously it's cheaper if you're a wholesale customer to buy the oils, and you need to be introduced to doTERRA in order to get that benefit. It's cheaper, but they last a long time because you really don't need that much. I mean, you could literally just open the bottle up and smell it to get the benefit from it, or just put your finger on the top and smell that, and you will notice as soon as you open it, you get the aroma. It's so intense. I can smell it already.
I know. I dropped a little drop on my hand the other day. I was like, is it the one that you can use on the skin? But it was, because I was being lazy, not opening my diffuser.
And if you do have that problem and you have spilt some on your skin and you're worried, then you can just put a cream on there or water and just dilute it, because that's the benefit of it. Yes, you know, majority of the oils are topical. And you can put them on your hands, on your skin, anywhere, but obviously just be mindful. If it's peppermint, you don't want it in your eyes.
No, exactly.
You don't want it anywhere near your eyes.
Exactly. So what difference has the essential oils made to your chocolates, apart from like you having less time and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's definitely given me more time back, but it's just the fact that I don't need to use that much to get that taste. And it was all about the taste for me. That's why I started the chocolate business in the first place, is because I wanted a good quality chocolate. But when I started putting the foods in there, the different ingredients, it was all about the actual taste as well. So the wild orange is probably the last one I introduced into my range. And I don't know how I missed that, because with the milk chocolate, it tastes just like a very high-end brand on the supermarket shelves, and I can make it myself at home.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I was going to ask you that question. Are all your chocolates homemade?
Yes, yeah, I make them all by hand myself. So I'll buy the chocolate in from a Belgian chocolate company called Barry Calvert, and I only ever use their brand because it just takes me back to the Big C brand when I was a kid, and I'm instantly transported back to having chocolate when I was a kid. So it's a no-brainer. And I make them all at home, and for me that's the personal touch. It's a small boutique style company, and they're freshly made from scratch. So as soon as somebody places an order on the website, that's when I go and make the order. So they are as fresh as they can be. They're not sat on a shelf for 6 months before you go and buy them.
Brilliant. Good. Okay. So what I was going to say now is tell us about the best review that you've had since you started using the essential oils in your chocolate. I'm sure you can think of one.
I must admit, I do. A couple of years ago, I started using the lime essential oil in a milk chocolate, and I used it in a bar. I don't know if I've got the exact bar because I brought a couple of samples along to show you. So yeah, these ones are the diamond shapes on the back. I don't know if you can see those.
Yeah.
But I tend to put the nuts on the back. So this is a create your own one, but that I did for somebody, and I just did a spare because it sounded so good. I needed to try it myself. But I put the nuts in there, and so I use lime with cashew and cranberry. And the lady tasted it and she said, oh my God, I am instantly transported to a Christmas theme. So she was already there in her head. She was in Christmas mode. She absolutely adored it. And she said the lime, it's a subtle flavour to start with, but then as you go through the chocolate and you have some more, it lingers. And then you might catch it again an hour later. But she said it's a lovely, refreshing taste, and it just instantly transported her to Christmas scene, which I thought was amazing because obviously who doesn't like Christmas?
Yeah, exactly. That's great. That's great. And I know that you're working with someone around a promotion for the NHS at the moment. What's that? Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, I'm part of the Essex wedding team, and we're a group of suppliers that when we first hit lockdown, we were like, the NHS are doing such amazing work. What can we do to help somebody? Because there must be so many couples in the NHS, either both of them working for the NHS or just one of them. But they're obviously planning their wedding, and all of a sudden, nobody's planning their wedding. You know, it's all on hold at the moment. So we came together with 26 other suppliers in the Essex area and thought, what can we do to help give something back? So that's where the idea came about. And we've all got together. It's £26,000 worth of goodies, if you like, that you can have. And that includes things like the photography, the flowers, the dress, the veil, the wedding favours, the cake, the floristry. And obviously that's something that is an amazing competition for an NHS member of staff to enter, and hopefully, you know, gives somebody a chance to win it. The wedding will take place in March 2021, providing obviously everyone is all open by then and able to. If not, we'll have to defer it. But that also gives the bride and groom a chance to, if they want to use some of the budget they've already put aside for their wedding, they can use that with these suppliers or with others to buy something else additional that they might like, or spend it on the honeymoon and have an amazing honeymoon. So it's just a fabulous thing, and we're just so proud that we've all been able to come together to offer this. So if you want, I think I'll share the link as well for the wedding.
Definitely share the link with me.
Perfect. Thank you.
So Mel, anything else you want to say about essential oils and using it? Chocolate.
What I would say is be very careful, because as you said originally, some people will be fearful because, especially in the UK, we're kind of brought up to think you can't have essential oils, you can't ingest them. And that is true for some of them and very true for particular brands. So do be careful and research the brand. Obviously, I am going to recommend Doterra. There are 37 essential oils that are deemed by Doterra to be safe for ingestion. I think there's something like 7 that aren't. So it's easier to go with the ones that you know you can't add than the ones you can. And I would also say just be wary that some of the oils, the single blends I'm talking about here as well, when I say there's 37 that you can ingest, I would say there are some that are more classed as hot oils, like oregano. You don't want to put that on your lips neat, because that will kind of give you a burning sensation or a stinging sensation. And again, you would then have to put, you know, you can go, if you're in the kitchen, just grab the vegetable oil. And I know that sounds weird, but it just helps dilute it to take the sting away. Or some milk is always good for things like that. But just be sensible with the oils, and just if you've never used them before in cooking, as I say, start with 1 drop at a time and use that for a day or two and see how you go. And if you're not having any upset stomach or adverse reaction, then carry on either using 1 drop of peppermint in your tea to make your tea rather than the tea bags, because I personally prefer the tea, the drop of peppermint oil in my tea, or even the lemon in a glass of water. I know lemon and oil and water don't mix, but you can mix it up and then obviously have a drink, and it's so refreshing in the summer. And it's just lovely. And for me, it's much better because of the potency of the oils, rather than cutting a slice of lemon and squeezing that in there, because the doTERRA oils are so amazing. They're beautiful.
Brilliant. Great. Thank you, Melinda. So, Melinda, have you got any freebies for our listeners?
Freebies?
Yeah. Any free chocolate?
Ooh. I can give away some free chocolate. Are we talking about a volume here? How many people? The first to comment, or?
Yeah. Just the first 2 to get in touch with you, which one will be me.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. If we say the first 2 people to get in contact with me, I will send out a free bar of chocolate. And yeah, it can be, obviously I do milk chocolate, dark chocolate, ruby chocolate and milk chocolate. So whatever is the person's favourite, they can just obviously contact me, say that they've seen the show, and I will send out a free bar of chocolate.
Brilliant. That's great. So where can people find you, Mel?
So I'm online. I don't have a physical store, so I save costs that way. So I'm online purely at www.nirvanachocolat.co.uk. And when you go to the website, in the top right-hand corner on a desktop, you'll see all of the social media links as well. So you can easily find me on there. And there's also a messenger chat in the bottom right as well. So you can message me if you want some more information about any of the bespoke offerings that I cover as well.
Brilliant. That's great. So thank you for coming on the show. It's been really informative, you know, really useful in terms of the oils and, you know, what to use, what not to use. You know, it's been really great having you on. So thank you, Melinda.
Thank you for inviting me.
That's all right. So guys, that's the end of the show today. Jackie Grant, your health and lifestyle advocate, signing off again, wishing you or granting you better health and wellness.